What would happen if you took a Can-Am Maverick R and scaled it up to have a full-size engine and the biggest tires that are commercially available? So the interesting thing to me about this Can-Am Maverick R suspension is the tall knuckle design. It looks so strange and out there. You have this upper control arm going up and around the top of the wheel. So you have the center of the hub about here, and then the lower control arm mount down here, and the upper control arm mount up there. And this line is called the kingpin inclination angle. On a normal vehicle, it's tilted like this. This angle is straight up and down, which gives you a lot of advantages when it comes to handling. And this is also the reason why they have this great big tall knuckle. What's really interesting about this design is that it reduces the point loads on all the pivot points. You can imagine if there's a force on the bottom of this tire, the distance from the bottom of the tire to the upper control arm mount is a moment arm acting on the ball joints. And the shorter that moment arm is, the more force you have on the ball joints. So if you can increase that distance as much as possible, it reduces all the stress on the pivot points significantly. So on the old design, this distance is really short. And then on the new design, let's say you're going through a turn and you hit a big rock and it's going to induce a force load on the side of the tire near the bottom. Your new moment arm is really long. So it just makes it incredibly strong. And so a couple months ago, I was riding around in Moab on my dirt bike, and I was with some buddies who had rented a bunch of side-by-sides. And you could see the difference in the handling between the new Can-Am suspension design and the legacy side-by-side suspension designs. These things are just unstoppable.